Marvel Rivals has been in a lot of controversy as of late, if you guys didn't know. The Season of Love or whatever, there's a content that came out, basically had a Gambit and Rogue, and it's called like the Season of Love. And I talked about this in the past, and a lot of people basically said, when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about the fringe, crazy lunatics on the internet, are basically saying, oh, we don't have enough queer representation. We don't have enough queer representation in video games. Marvel Rivals, blah, blah, blah. Get the hell out of here, right? And of course, Marvel Rivals gave a response to the gamer of all places. Marvel Rivals devs respond to the game's lack of queer content. We always take inspiration from the relationships in Marvel Comics. So, yeah. They want more queer characters and they're not getting them, and that's good. And you guys, this is crazy, just letting you know. Did you guys know that more than 80% of the world is heterosexual? That I know that's shocking. I know that's brand new information, but I'm just putting it out there. That's crazy, huh? Marvel's Rivals 5th season, the Season of Love, started with a promise. It canonized Loki and Mantis' relationship and introduced the power couple Rogue and Gambit to the game. But while many enjoyed Rivals Love Fest, its queer community had concerns. The game made small references to queer relationships within the game's universe, like Angela White. Not Angela White is not part of the LGBT. Like Angela mentioning her spouse by name during an in-game banter, but it paled in comparison to the amount of screen time Marvel's heterosexual couples received. Do you know why? Because most of the world is considered heterosexual. That's it. I'm sad. Get that guy out of here. Ban him. Right? In our interview with NetEase, we challenged the developers. Challenged? That's crazy wording. Developers on Marvel Rivals' lack of overt queer representation. The answer we got was fairly formulaic. Quote, when we're designing and introducing new heroes, we always take inspiration from the character relationship in Marvel Comics. And when we have a good season theme coming up, we'll pick our hero combination according to what fit perfectly with the theme. Yeah, if you guys don't know, NetEase and the people that made Marvel Rivals is a Chinese company. And do you know what Chinese people don't like? Queer stuff. China does not like queer stuff, does not like gay stuff, does not like homosexuality, do not like bi, trans, unless you're a hot lesbian. Right? If you're gay, cut that shit out. Keep that shit at home. Keep that shit in the bedroom. If you want to kiss in public, get the shit out of here. No one wants to see that shit. But if you're a hot lesbian, you're cool. You're cool. That rings true with the Season of Love's introduction of Rogue and Gambit, but it avoids the fact that overt queer relationships are clearly absent. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the interview, being a one-shot email, we couldn't quickly follow up with a question on the question. However, we sent a follow-up request based on this. Rivals features many prominent LGBTQ plus characters, including Angela, Magic, who identifies as pansexual, Loki, and is gender fluid, and Starlo, who is both bisexual and polyamorous. None of this has been explored within the confines of the game, though. The wider Marvel Comics universe features many more queer characters than those listed above, including Miss America, to me, that's America Chavez, Valkyrie, Iceman. Iceman was recently made gay in the comics. It's stupid that they made him gay. Very, very stupid. And all of whom part of the LGBTQ plus community. NetEase confirmed to me that it is always in touch with the Marvel's team, and there's always a chance that the company will request the inclusion of more queer characters. But for now, the Rivals teams seems a little blasé about the whole thing. Our full interview with NetEase will be live in the coming days, and we will update the article should the company respond to a follow-up question. So, here's the thing. I will say it once, and I'll say it again. I work on a Marvel IP. The Marvel IP, how we do things with Marvel, how we work with Marvel, and this is how every company that works with Marvel does this. We have a theme that's coming up. we have a season or something like that's coming up. We have a character, a bunch of group of characters coming up, and we want to make a bunch of characters for them, right? So let's say we come up with Gambit or something like that, and that matches with our thing or matches with our themes. And we will make that and we will submit that idea to Marvel. Marvel will either say yes or no or come back to us with revisions. Marvel will not actually request for us to make a specific character in our video game unless it ties into the movie. For instance, when Fantastic Four came out, we did something that has Fantastic Four tie-in. When Endgame came out, we made something that had Endgame tie-in. And of course, whenever there's a big movie that comes out, we will have a tie-in for that movie. It's that simple. Now, China, on the other hand, does not like LGBT garbage bullshit, okay? They do not like that kind of shit. The Chinese government hates that shit, and anything that goes in and out of the government, unfortunately, goes through the CCP. Now, the CCP will see whether or not there's some gay or lesbian bullshit in the game, right? And if there isn't, then it's a green flag for them. So what they're going to do is NetEase will make the game characters, and they will not make them gay or lesbian. And if they do, it'll be very, very vague, and you will not know. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why Loki is not fucking gender fluid, right? We do know that Loki is like gender fluid and shit like that. We know that shit. Right? But they're not going to add that shit in purposely. Now, they might add in like fucking Phyla-Vell, who's canonically lesbian with Moondragon. But Phyla-Vell and Moondragon are sort of like obscure characters. And, you know, they're bringing in Deadpool, who's considered pansexual and shit like that. So with that, China is not going to purposely outright make them super fucking gay. They're just not going to do that. All right? And that's good. It's a base thing, right? Of course, right over here, we have, this is officially from the Marvel Rivals updates. In a recent exclusive conversation with The Gamer, NetEase explained that the game's limited queer representation is tied to ensuring each season stays aligned with the core theme. The studio emphasized the character choices are made based on how they will fit the seasonal direction. Of course, I already read that already. And of course, China is not going to put themselves at a negative. They're not going to put themselves at a disadvantage by purposefully including a gay character. They're just not going to do it. Now, the only time they will do it is if Marvel pushes them. For instance, let's say Pride Month, they want something out like that, right? I think, in my opinion, I would rather have Black Indigenous Month and shit like that, like Juneteenth characters or something like good God, the feathered serpent or whatever shit. Like, I would rather have more of that shit in the game than have LGBT shit in the game. It's that simple, right? So yeah, of course, a lot of people are happy. Of course, Savvy, right? Madam Savvy over here. And of course, a lot of people who are complaining about it, they all like this. And of course, it says, stop using mods to make female characters prettier. Let's talk about the bullying people for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, Cammy's classic outfit should never have been brought back to Street Fighter. Diablo 4's Megan Fox advert, it's sexist and dated, but it didn't need to be. And here's another piece of shit right over here, right? What's going to get, what's that fucking it's a lesbian psychic gay ass was right all along. Right? This is so, it's like, oh, Aloy is super mega gay. Oh, it's time for me to play the game again. Get the shit out of here, man. Get that, like, oh, these people are all fairies, right? Look at this person. This is a man. That's a man. That's a man. How to keep your naughty Xbox captures private. Baldur's Gate 3 players now, speed running sex. Yeah, these people are absolutely the reason why God punished Sodom and Gomorrah. They need to do that again. We need to send another message. God needs to send another message to California. And hopefully by the time I move out of California, God does it. The San Andreas fault is hanging on by a thread. Bring on the magnitude 10.0 earthquake and just fucking flood the state of California. Please. Please. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it already. Right? But yeah, a lot of these people are cringe and weird queerdosexuals, right? You cannot seriously be excited for Black Myth Wukong Song Kui. Yeah, the reason why these people is because, oh, in the Starfield's New Atlantis weirdly pro-cop. They made me so angry. Made me so angry. But yeah, this is stupid. Translation, we saw what happened to Concord. A lot of people play Marvel Rivals is because the characters are hot. That's it. Have you seen the new Rogue costume? It makes me want to play the game. All right. I know a lot of people will not play the game because people are saying that it's CCP propaganda stuff, but man, the girls are hot. But yeah, these people are queerdosexuals are weird. Yeah, yeah, it's China. They're not gonna give a shit about you. And people in China will continue to play this game. And China knows that sex sells and queer gay shit doesn't really sell. And but at the same time, they didn't make Venom have a very fat ass. But I digress. Good on you, Netties. Good on you, China, for not kowtowing to these crazy woke lunatics that are from California. These people are weird. Show it. You guys know how it looks like. She's too muscular. Show the new costume. Don't tease us. I want to see it. Hold on, chat. I'll bring it up. Okay. I got to make sure I don't, Marvel Rivals Rogue. Let me find it. All right. Let me find it. All right. Let me find it. They don't want you to see this. They don't want you to see this. All right. This is the stuff that these queerdosexuals don't want you to have. All right. This is the stuff that they are actively trying to not want you to see. She looking good. She looking very good. She look. Rogue is mighty fine. Mighty fine. This is the stuff that they don't like. Man. Give me some of that. I will let her touch me and I'll die and it'll be great. It'll be worth it. Man, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, look at this. Man, I wish I was that bird. I wish I was that bird. Man. Yep. Yep, look at that. Man, look at we gotta go back. We gotta go back. Damn. Damn, look at that. Damn. What a game. What a game.